What's next? This is going to be another one of those, I'm going to ramble, and don't take exactly what I say to heart. It's more, take it as a grain of salt, take it as an idea to consider. And with that, all this self-help, all this advice, all these gurus, all these people who tell you how to improve yourself, how to improve your spiritual mind or your anxiety, it's all a paint by number process. You don't want to use it as this is exactly how to do it. It's more of a framework for you to take and put your own little accents to it. I think one of the biggest problems we have is that, say for sake of argument, a Christian. I grew up a Christian, I grew up a Catholic. And when I met my Buddhist wife, I'm not a Buddhist, sort of thing. And it's when I learned that when you're so stuck in your own paradigm, you can't learn, you can't grow. But there are many similarities to all religions. The Muslims, the Hebrews, the Christians, the Buddhists, the Hindus, which Hindu is not a religion, it's a bunch of religions, and even all the pagans. There's the same basic framework deep down inside there. But that framework is not done. It's more of a foundation to build upon. And sometimes you've been stuck in your own paradigm, your own religious beliefs, that you need to jump out of it by listening, not following, but listening to a bunch of different religious beliefs so you can learn more about yourself. Excuse me. And with that, when you're constantly hearing how to improve yourself and it's not working, it doesn't mean it doesn't work. It just means that you need to step back and find what is working about it and throw away the rest. Because sometimes when we're told, okay, this worked for me, and you go, well, I'm very similar to that person, I'm just like that person, it's gonna work for me. And it just doesn't, because we have a whole bunch of baggage behind us. And sometimes you can release some of that baggage, but the baggage you don't see that's sitting in your subconscious, just in there festering, it's going to influence your perspective. And as you go further along on the spiritual path, you realize these perspectives are putting glasses on you, changing your ability to see things clearly, and able to catch yourself. But before there, you don't know that you have glasses on, you don't know that you're not seeing things clearly. So you need to step back and go, okay, this does work for me. This meditation, only part of it works for me. Or in the beginning of many meditations, I found that the initial breathing technique worked really well, but the visualizations, I was off on another area. They were telling me to visualize all this stuff, and I couldn't get the visualizations, so I had my own visualizations. So in the beginning, what I would do is I would do the breathing technique by myself and do a different set of visualizations. When they say, imagine yourself in the forest we're here, I'm in the forest right now. Every so often I would see wolves and creatures and scary things coming up behind the trees during my visualizations, and of course, it's a relaxing visualization, so it's not supposed to have negative entities. But deep down inside of me, there was that negative aspects, the shadow of the self, hidden, and it was coming out in their forest version. So I had to move things towards open field, ocean. I was really big on the ocean, on the beach. So there was nowhere for the dark entities to hide. So that, I was able to pick up on the breathing technique to focus and develop a whole different visualization that I'm on the beach learning and relaxing and seeing scenes come across the water. Very effective for me. But this is one example that a lot of times that you're going to be told how to do the proper way of increasing your awareness, reducing your anxiety, and you're going to come to stopgaps, obstacles in your path. And those are when the obstacles, there are more opportunities for you to pick it up and put your own aspect on it, because the most effective process we can have is putting our own spin on it, making it personable for us. Like my R. Wayne Steiger favor declaration, I love the original one, but I needed to put my own spin on it for my own personal power. It kind of empowers it a little bit. So I use R. Wayne Steiger's groups, favor declaration in the morning. It's easy. I can read it, 2 pages, front and back, easy peasy, starts my day, nice and basis. And then I have another one which I put my own aspects on. And sometimes I will, once a week, I'll write it down by hand, off the top of my head. Again, making it personal for me. So favor, the energy of favor is in my life. And how it influences me, I'm kind of in control of that. So as long as you maintain control of your life, as long as you can follow a guru, but again, still seize your divinity, you can succeed. And every time you're going to fall back, you're going to, you're going to lose a little ground. The negative aspects of things are going to come in. Those aren't failures. Those are new learning points. Those are new lessons. So every obstacle in your path is an opportunity. Every time you feel the anxiety come in, it just means it's like it's the end of a chapter. The anxiety is the end of a chapter, and it's the cliffhanger. Don't stop. Keep on going, because it just means you just have to reassess, find out what was working, and move forward from there. Because growth is not linear, straight, It's gradual. There are jumps, there are steps, and there are huge successes that just drive you like, how did I go this far? Other times there's a little bit of a little bit of falling down. But that falling down just means you've already been there, so you can go back up again at maybe a slower pace, but you still can succeed. There are successes all the time. Just look for those successes, hold on to them, and use that as a winning point. But those are only my ideas, and I fully accept any criticism, rebuttals, actions, call to actions, whatever you want to put. I'll listen. And if you like this kind of concept, just subscribe, hit the bell. If you don't, still leave a comment, I don't mind. What's next?